Audio Jungle.
Mixed reactions as the president seeks the loan of 29.96 billion naira. There has been so much controversies surrounding this act. The president seeking 29.96 billion dollar loan says earnings from oil is not enough. All right, this is where we commence today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstand. But before we go, I need to appreciate you viewers for taking time to watch us on this platform. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for keeping in touch on this platform. And I must say a very big thank you to Dele Abiodun from Wisconsin in the U.S. Dele Abiodun from Wisconsin in the U.S. We appreciate your gesture. My boss delivered your message. All right, let's quickly move down to what we have here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Uproar as Buhari makes fresh request for 29.96 billion naira loan. Uproar as Buhari makes fresh request for 29.96 billion dollar loan. If by this time we are still borrowing and spending 80% of our budget on recurrent expenditure and overheads, it means we are not serious. That is what NESG has said here. All right, moving to another story here, which is on the front page of the same Punch newspaper. Fashola blames bad roads on abuses by users. Fashola blames bad roads on abuses by users. Moving to the next story here. IPPIS, federal government can't frighten us with salary stoppage, says ASU. Federal government can't frighten us with salary stoppage, says ASU. Federal government deducts 35.51 billion naira from states' allocations as bailout. On to the next one. The bottom side of the paper. APC disowned suit seeking third term for Buhari. APC disowned suit seeking third term for the president, Muhammadu Buhari. A tragic story here. You can see the picture, but let's quickly move down to the story. 7 die, scores injured in Lagos gas explosion. 7 die, scores injured in Lagos gas explosion. Of course, this happened yesterday. You can see the picture on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Moving to another story here. 9-year-old girl allegedly commits suicide in Benue State. Wow. This is a serious one here. 9-year-old girl allegedly commits suicide in Benue State. Past government abandoned job creating sector. Past government abandoned job creating sector. Activists present to Senate 2018 judgment against criminalizing speech. Activists present to Senate 2018 judgment against criminalizing speech. 8.8 million workers have pension accounts. 8.8 million workers have pension accounts, says PenCom. All right, these are the stories we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Of course, you know our reviewers are always set to express their opinions on Flip TV. Still Bystanders at Newsstand on what? Flip TV. Michael Adekunle taking you on today's edition. Have right back. President is making it possible for us now. And the president has done what? He has gone to seek for more loans just for the betterment of the lives of Nigerians. Sorry.
You know, if I want to say something in pidgin English, I'll put it this way. God will punish Buhari. That's in pidgin English. Then I want to say it in English. I will say, God will punish him, Buhari. Then if I want to say it in French, I can pronounce it for long, but I don't want to speak it for now. See, what are you talking about? Sometimes I wonder, is this country crazy or what? Loan for what? Are they trying to tell me there is no money in Nigeria? Or what? That we're seeking for loan? making Nigeria to owe a lot. At the end of the day, the idiots will get out of the office, and another man will be paying the loan. I don't know what is wrong with us. I don't know. Sometimes I used to tell people, Nigerians got what they want. That's the truth. Sometimes I don't pity Nigerians. Most especially the Northerners, the stupid people, fools. They got what they want. Everybody, you are supposed to know that when Buhari was a military governor, he did nothing. He did nothing. Then he came back, said he wanted to come as a politician. All of you are shouting, say Baba. Say Baba, are you mad? I was saying it then. I said, this guy is not our leader. Even let me tell you the truth. Atiku himself, he's not even Nigerian leader. That one is also thief. It's just that thief is greater than thief. His own is manageable. Yes, his own is manageable. That is why it looks as if, okay, let's manage him small. But I knew very well that Buhari, right from the onset, go and mark it down. And I'm not saying it. Remember this is what I'm saying today. Mark it that somebody said it. Buhari is not going to die well. I said it. And I knew the reason why I'm saying it. Buhari is not going to die well. You see, know why? Just wait until his death. You will understand what I said. Because you are just bastardizing lives of Nigerians as a president. See, I have a good thinking of a president. I have a good thinking of what to do as a president. But if you now come out and you are telling me that to destroy our lives is the best, you can't even think of. Listen, is there anything that stops your president paying you at least 40,000 a month? There's nothing. But the truth is that these people will not want to do that. And let me tell you the truth. If these people are doing that, let me just, for example, you're paid 40,000 every month. And now one stupid guy comes and say your president is not working. What are you going to reply him? That's the truth. You're not going to say anything. Whether your president is eating or not eating, that's his own business. But I tell you, in this country, I've realized this country, there is nobody that has the masses in mind. And he used to pay me. I cry often for Nigeria because I know what I can do if I'm in a position. But I'm not in a position. And when I see people doing different kind of things, it hurts me. Let me tell you why you think God cannot come down. God cannot come down from his heaven. You think God is going to keep Buhari? No way. You people wanted him, and he's there. God will allow you to use his tenure.
Was it the will of the people?
Yes, it was the will of the people, of course. When you go to the north, the Yorubas, they're some part of Igbos, not all Igbos. You voted. Let me tell you, I will tell you categorically, the election was not rigged. Yes, election was not rigged. The Northerners voted for Buhari. Some part of Yoruba voted for Buhari. Some part of Igbo voted for Buhari. Then what are you now shouting, election rigged? Election cannot be rigged.
It was fair and fair, right?
Yes, it was fair and fair. But my problem is the Nigerians. The Nigerians have voted for this man, and they are just a problem. I wonder sometimes, I used to ask myself, Nigerians, does it mean that we don't think with our head? Does it mean we don't have brain? Does it mean we don't have sense of reasoning? Or what? How can you just see a fire and decide to enter the fire? That's exactly the case of Nigeria. I don't understand them sometimes. The way they reason, the way they think, and the way they do everything. I don't understand it in this country. The way we tend sometimes to always do things.
So are you saying Buhari is not doing anything? Are you saying Buhari is not doing anything? The way you are antagonizing his government, have you been to find, when you are interviewing people, ask what does he do for a living, number one. So you can know the perspective that he has on issues. Look at this man, he said our infrastructural needs outweigh all earnings. Just give me a minute.
Listen to me, I don't need to invade their privacy.
Okay.
All right? I don't need to invade anybody's privacy. Everybody has the right to express his or her own opinions. Okay. So asking what he does for a living...
No, I'm not saying in terms of maybe to insult him. But I'm saying so that you will know the perspective they are coming from. For instance now, concerning border closure, if somebody is an importer and is importing contrabanded goods, you will know that there is no policy that whatever Buhari is doing will be wrong.
See, let me ask you something. I want to ask him, and I want you to answer something simple. I don't want any decision. No, go straight, direct to my question. If you don't answer, that means there's a problem. What have you benefited for Buhari?
Now,
One.
okay, one. Have you been to?
Benefit. I did not say Nigerians. What have you benefited from Buhari? One.
First, I'm a farmer.
You're a farmer.
Yes, as you say, I'm a farmer,
Benefited?
and I'm into poultry farming. And since especially the issue of border closure has started, there's a marked difference. This December now, I'm going to sell about 1,000 broiler chicken. I've never seen. Already, they have even given me money up front. Okay. Can go to my house. I'm rearing broiler chicken. Okay. This, I've never seen it before like that. Okay. People giving me money up front. You understand? Now, secondly, what I'm even seeing physically, you can see the physical infrastructure on the ground. Have you been to Lagos Oshodi Abeokuta Expressway? Can you see the massive construction? Even around you, can you see massive federal roads being constructed? Have you seen the railway along this rail line from Ladipo down across inside all these areas? I'm just coming from Ifakoja, all these areas. Have you seen the construction? Which government have you seen that is constructing roads simultaneously, massively like that across the country? Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Have you seen how it's coming? Even you, as I know you are from the east, Second Niger Bridge. What is happening to Second Niger Bridge currently?
Let me answer. Unfortunately, this man is talking to a traveler. He's not a traveler. He's just a poultry farmer sitting in one place. A farmer. Can you imagine? You're just a farmer. But this guy's an entertainer. He goes around everywhere. I anchor events as an MC. I travel around everywhere. I go to all states. I see all states. I know how the state was when Jonathan was there. I never supported Jonathan. I never liked him. But he performed better than this man. You know why? Because Jonathan was putting everything in place, making sure that the roads are constructed. But under this, let me tell you what they do. Under this Buhari government, they just pretend as if they are constructing. But they are not constructing. Listen to me. The legacy that he was mentioning, I knew when they started the road. They just go slow up till now. They have not finished it. Now, what about other road networks? They have not done anything. Now, let me tell you, if I'm not an entertainer, and you are saying something like traveling, or you are saying go to this state, I may say, well, I don't know anything about it. But for Christ's sake, for crying out loud, I'm an entertainer that travels everywhere, that goes even African countries and even Europe. I travel there. Now, what have you to come and tell me in my country? And you are telling me that my president is working. Then he's working without me saying it. Listen, let me tell you something. I will tell you one word, and you can't hear it from anywhere. I just want to use this word to say something. In Lagos State, my best governor in Lagos State remains somebody. But unfortunately, Nigerians don't know. Unfortunately, Lagosians don't know. Because one man said, I don't want anybody, and everybody say, we don't want anybody, anybody should leave. But when you look at it very well, look at the statistics, look at everything, you will understand that Ambode seems to be the best governor in Lagos State. But aside from that, what am I trying to say? To answer to his question, he said something. He said, if you go around the whole country, you will understand that Buhari is working. Listen, I want to draw his attention to something. I'm not a politician, but I have human feelings. I want to become a governor of my state one day because I feel that Nigerians are not doing what they are supposed to do. I've said it, and if I don't do it, God will kill me. Any day I happen to become the governor of my state, if I don't do it, God will kill me, strike me dead that day. I will pay every average Imo State citizen 50,000 naira every month. It is me talking. It is what I can do. You know why? Because you just have to make your citizens happy. Let them be happy and let them pray for you.
Did you hear what
these bad roads that you're saying, did Buhari destroy our roads? Was it not inherited from 16 years of this same government that is saying Jonathan is working? I knew the caricature railway they did. Do you know the Photoshop that they go and do, as they call it railway, one coach? And he's saying, go and see, Please, you just when you are interviewing people, go to railways. If they say they are doing something, if people are highlighting places that they are doing this place, you go there and visit the place. Is construction ongoing there? Can you see it with your own eyes? This road, 16 years, the government ruled for 16 years. They destroyed the roads. They were not maintaining it. Even FEMA, they destroyed FEMA. That is federal agency that is responsible for road construction.
What I want you to know is that this platform, I'm talking about bystanders, is not meant to take sides. I don't take sides.
Yeah.
I don't support APC,
Yeah.
neither do I support PDP. I give people chances or space
I want to tell him
to
something.
speak out what they have.
You know why
in
I
mind.
interrupted about the loan? The loan is very justified. And he stated the reasons why he wants to collect the loan. He said for roads, agriculture, and one other item on it. So it was specific. And that's why I'm showing that our infrastructural needs outweigh oil earnings. Meaning that the money they are going to spend on roads and on fixed, and it's compared to how much Nigeria is even earning from oil. You and I know the per barrel now, it's not high anymore.
You said the money from oil is not enough.
Yes, it's
from
not
oil,
enough.
it's not
We can't
enough.
fix all this infrastructure that we need fast. For 16 years, they couldn't do it. Now, how do you expect the man under 80 years to finish? Is he a magician? Let's be fair to this man. Is he a magician?
This thing you've said now, I can't say it. Are you getting me now? I'm not here to take sides. I'm not here to support or oppose.
I want to say something.
My own is to give you that platform.
I want
to
to say
He has a lot of viewing.
I want to say something on what he said. You know, I like what he's saying. Sometimes when I look at his statements, I laugh. I just tell myself he's a typical Nigerian because he cannot see where I'm coming from. He's just a typical Nigerian. You know, I used to tell people a typical Nigerian is that Nigerian one that will always think like a Nigerian. But when you talk about every Nigerian, he's a Nigerian that thinks with the integrity of a white man. What am I trying to say? Now, I want to ask you a question. Very simple. You were in a school. You were the senior boy in that school. Your tenure was 4 years. You ruined that tenure. It was bad. Now, we appointed another senior boy. He ruined that tenure. It was bad. Then the third one came in. Is he not going to give us an excuse? Because the first one was ruined and the second one was ruined. That's the reason he's coming to ruin it again. No. What he's going to tell us is, I am here to effect changes. I am here to make things happen here. All the old things you must have experienced is gone. Now I want to effect changes. Now let me tell you the mindset of Nigerians. If it's not following American history, if it's not following American story, I follow American story. Now, I tell you, in the year 1920, America was growing. In the year 35, America grew. In the year 40, America was growing. 45, 50, up to this moment, they are what? They are still growing. Why is it like that? Because their leaders come with integrity. Their leaders come with brain. The reason why you don't see America falling back is because they have good leaders that are wise. Now, do you know that America is supposed to be a country that 1920, then another leader comes in, he will say, because I met this kind of thing, so I should also do that kind of thing, and they'll be going down. But what are we having? And anybody that comes up will try to improve, contribute his own country. Now, this is my question here in Nigeria. Everybody says, you see the statements I don't like hearing. If somebody tells me 16 years, things have been bastardized. Are you mad, even if you're a teacher? Are you mad if things were bastardized? Then, let me ask you a question. What is a leader? Why did you come as a leader? You want to change the lives of people. That is a leader. Then, if you don't want to change the life of people, sit down in your house. That's the truth. Now, you came in, you want to become a leader. I did not force you. Nobody forced you. You intentionally said you want to become a leader. Now, you came in and you became a leader. Now, the excuse you are giving me is because the first people did it, they spoiled it. So it's not easy to repair. It's not easy to repair. The second people did it, they spoiled it. It's not easy to repair. The third people did it, they repair. It's not. Now, I want to ask you a question. Are you Mr. Damager? You are not Mr. Damager. You are there purposely to repair. And now, if you cannot repair it, my friend, get out of that place. And let somebody who can repair it go there.
No. Let me say something. In this administration, haven't you seen any positive things the president has done?
Well,
The government has done.
that's a very good question. Haven't I seen a positive thing? I'm yet to see. I will tell you. Wait, I will tell you why. I will tell you why. You see, this country is our country. It's a country it's a country I belong. Do you understand? You see, during Jonathan time, governments, I will tell you how a country is moving forward and how a country is not moving. During Jonathan time, people were complaining really, but there wasn't much complaint. You understand? They say, okay, life is too hard, but but they are not complaining very well. But these governments, do you know? I'm not. See, you may say I'm lying. I'm not lying. A year and 6 months old baby, I saw him complain about Nigeria. This is not a joke. This is a year and 6 months baby.
With one mouth, you said the leader should be firm. You just said it now, that as a leader, you have to come and repair it. You have to take the bull by the horn. At the same time, you are saying to build is a difficult task. To destroy is very easy. You and I know. But the reason why I would support Buhari is that I'm seeing the steps that he's taking. Like I said, to fix things is, especially in Nigeria, because of the perspective, people have different interests for talking that are even selfish at that. Poverty alleviation, as it is that you're saying. Let us even pick only two sectors. This issue of poverty alleviation and agriculture. Are you now aware that Empower, there is a program under social investment program they call Empower, that's recruited 500,000 graduates. Never in the history of Nigeria has graduates been paid since 2016 30,000 monthly. They are fixed under health sector, agriculture, and education. Never in the history of Nigeria has a government been serious with recruiting teachers, like I say, to stem this out of school children in schools. I've never seen it. Again, school feeding children to encourage. Are you aware that they are cooking a meal per day for school children?
Not all states.
Yes, why? Because it's in our budget cannot. Can you see what is going on? Somebody you are telling the person under how many years to fix road, solve poverty problem under 8 years. Something that some people gave excuses that they could not finish in 16 years. Do you understand? With the limited amount at the price of crude oil at about $60. You understand? Somebody with $140 could not even do all this thing. With $140. Now this man came, wants to you are giving me a task to reform, simultaneously solve the problem. Only him.
Okay, let me ask him a question.
Moreover, sorry, let me just finish. Yeah. Moreover, why are you personifying these governments with Buhari, Godwin Emefiele, and other people are some of the policy initiators for this government? I hope you know. There are people. It's not even Buhari that is the think tank. You have Easterners that are the think tank. You understand? So why are you personifying the policy institution as Buhari?
But when the country is not in orderliness or the country is not working fine,
what are you saying?
You blame the
I understand what they're saying. This orderliness they are talking about. From which perspective are you saying?
Question.
I've just mentioned, is it poverty alleviation that the man is starting by recruiting 500,000, feeding school children?
Okay, let me ask him a question. And I want him to answer that question directly. Because I wouldn't want him to, just let him answer correctly. If you have a child, your firstborn, a child, and an option is given to you to name your child either Buhari or Mandela, which one will you pick?
Of course, the difference is clear. Based on the evidence, the realities on ground. You see, I will say more or less, the name Buhari is becoming a proverbial saying. I know any sensible man that will want to adopt that name because the name itself is a failure. You see, I don't understand in this modern society where other Western, not even Western, other African countries are fixing their economy. They are looking inwards. How can they harness the potential, the resources within their confines, in order to project the image of the country, in order to make it sellable to the other community of nations, only to be trapped by these senseless and unattractive experiences, administration, embarked upon by this administration.
Because Soludo, are you aware that this same Buhari inaugurated Soludo too?
Excuse me,
What's this economic problem?
what you are
So I hope
saying-
you will not swallow, because I hope you will not throw stones on your own people, because I know this man is an Easterner.
let me come.
Are you from the East?
As far as, look, Nigeria,
Are you from the
Buhari
East?
received the
Are you
mandate
from
of
the
Nigerians.
Wait.
Whether it is stolen or it has been confirmed on him.
Soludo, they are the people in
Whether
charge.
by if it is not the consensus choice of the people.
If you are throwing stones,
The fact is that the master, the leadership rests on him. And whatever that is the policy, the outcome of his policy, he should be the one to steer the rudder. And wherever he moves it, that is where others follows.
you cannot
So
vouch for people
he
like
should be,
Soludo. You cannot vouch for the competence of Soludo. You cannot vouch for the competence of Godwin Emefiele. My brother,
Wait,
you
let me-
better be careful.
Let me answer you.
Eh?
I was the one that asked this question. I asked a question. It was quite a sensible and a smart question. I said, if you're in the position, you want to give birth to your first child, and you have an option. Either you name your son Buhari or Mandela. Listen,
He's
wait.
Buhari because Mandela is the one sitting on this apartheid South Africa that is even killing Nigerians. For what reason should I support a Mandela country that is killing
No,
Nigerians?
I just.
Discovered that all he wanted to was just to become the president and not seek the prosperity of the black South Africans. Ask an average black South African that what did Mandela do for him as a black South African? All these people, are they not thugs, drug heads?
Look at this man
Look at the
talking.
poverty in
The
South
whole world
Africa.
is respecting him. And this man
poverty in
is
South
talking.
Africa is more
Ordinary
severe
man, not
than
known in
the poverty
Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
you are not factual.
poverty in black
You are not
South
factual in your argument. You have to be objective. As a young man,
I'm telling you,
I expect you to be
poverty in
rational
South Africa,
and
I say white
objective
South Africa.
in your
I
discussion.
said black South
How can you
Africans.
compare African economy to Nigeria? By simple contrast, South Africa and the currency of South Africa cannot be compared with Nigeria. Even close Ghana here, 1,000 cedis is equivalent to 65,000 Nigerian money. So I don't understand why you should, fight for somebody that has failed. How can you keep on defending a failed state, a failed government, a government that cannot meet?
From 16 years of misgovernance, this failed state it has failed since 1999. We all know that this same state has failed since 1999. This is a man that is fixing it, and I've given this
under the mantra of change. He understood. He knew. He made those propagandas that PDP administration has failed, and they have failed in so places like NEPA. They have failed to produce power to Nigerians, to drive industrial hub, and he told us that he's going to fix
Change
it
will
in
take
6
time.
months.
There is no
And this is 4 years after his.
100 years.
This is 5th year into his second administration, dispensation, and he has not even achieved 5% of, in order to add to the grid, national grid. And economy-wise, he has failed. Keep on telling us that Nigeria is well blessed, they are lazy. And he's the one that cannot look inside. We are endowed with so many natural resources. And he could not harness those resources. Look at our refineries. He can't put them in place to drive economy. And he still keep on borrowing. He has borrowed over 40 trillion under the space of 5 years.
The money is borrowed. Are you not seeing it? The money, but are you not seeing it?
Are
you not seeing it?
whatever he's borrowing? Not justification. Where is the?
Excuse me.
What do they actually want to use the loan they say they are proposing to, they are requesting? They should come out. Because from the way I look at it, the president may not If the Senate decline his request, it will use veto power.
Veto power.
Yes.
After Senate declining.
It will use veto power. It will use the executive power and take action. It's what they are just doing. They just want to let us know. They just want us to let us know. They will go ahead and do whatever they want to do.
So the opinions of Nigerians
Doesn't matter. It does not. They don't count it. States cannot be minimum wage. Apart from Lagos State that said they are paying 35,000 at minimum wage. The other states are yet to come out to say the amount they are going to pay. So we are in for a time of a Dracula law. Let's see what will happen because this Senate are too quiet. There are too quiet. Unlike the previous one.
headed by Bukola
Saraki. And that's why they are threatening Saraki from left and right, from center. But the man we've seen the difference now. And the difference is gradually telling us that this man there is just bring anything, we'll okay it.
Which means we having Lawan as the Senate president from APC, also Bajabia Mila, the reps from APC won't favor Nigerians.
No, they won't favor Nigeria. They will not. They will not. What has Lawan done? They've not done anything. People went against a speech. Now they are gradually dropping it. I don't see anything they want to offer. They don't have anything to offer. They don't have. Like in this page, talking about APC disowning the thought. If care is not taken, they can even amend
the
constitution. Because the president does not. What the president said was that he made a specific pronunciation that whatever the constitution permits, that is what I am going to follow. They can amend the constitution and it will suit into it. If you listen to this thing, they said, what the constitution permits, I will not go beyond what the constitution permits.
This time around, he won't go beyond what the constitution permits.
If they amend the constitution, it will say...
But Jonathan bidded for 6-term tenure.
But they rejected it.
It was declined.
They rejected it. But this government is not democratic in nature. Whatever they want to do, they will carry it out.
Sorry, 6 years. 6 years.
One single term.
One single term, yeah, 6 years.
They decline it. So, but this one, the battle have just started. Lawani is going to be sitting on a hot seat very soon. Because the PDP now, they are calm, they are looking at, let's see how we can punch him. So that's the take about that.
Now, moving on to what Fashola said here. Fashola blames bad roads on abuses by users. Now, looking at the dilapidating situation of roads in Nigeria, do you think the fault is from the masses?
The fault is not from the masses. Take example of Lagos State. The rate at which hold up is now has gradually reduced because they fixed all the potholes in the state, and majority of the roads are good now, easy going, left and right, easy going. They are pliable. You only see hold up, but discover when there was pothole, people can stay there for a longer hour. Fashola should know that he should not speak from both sides of his mouth. About last month or early this month, he said Nigerian roads are not bad the way they said it. But now he's now coming now, using another word. We are not fools. We are not fools. If you do the right thing, people will praise you. If you do the bad thing, people will criticize you. You should wake up to the responsibility. Ministers of work and housing, you should wake up and tell the government the truth. enough of all these politics and hanky-panky.